I accidentally hiked Snowdon. When I say accidentally, I wasn't intending to hike it. In fact, all I had with me was my camera, and I was intending to go up a bit of the miners' track and then head back. But then I carried on. Now, I have to admit, I didn't reach the summit for two reasons. One was because there was snow on the top and I didn't have the right footwear, plus I didn't have everything else, considering it was an accident. But I also wanted to save it. Me and my dad have talked about doing that hike to the top one day. So whichever reason you want to take as my valid reason for not going to the summit, but I did hike Snowdon. I was working in North Wales. I had a chance to stop in Conwy and go to the castle there, which is impressive, and see the I think it's an estuary or a river that's nearby that leads out to the sea, and that whole North Wales coast is beautiful. And then I thought, well, I'll drive home via the Snowdonia National Park. And I stopped at the Penny Pass car park, and I got out and I got my camera ready because I thought I'd go up a little bit and just take some pictures of the mountains. So I set off. I had hiking boots on, so that much was good, but all I took was my camera. No water, nothing. I set off, headed up the miners' track. As I headed through, I was stopping, I was taking pictures of the different lakes that you get as you go up Snowdon. And then as I was going, it was getting more and more beautiful, and I thought, let's just keep going. So I kept going up the miners' track, and I got to the end, and then I thought, well, I could turn back. I could go back along the path I'd just taken, or just a little bit more. So I scrambled up the bit of the miners' track that you can go up to get to where the PYG Track kind of runs to and would carry on. And there is a big warning sign that says don't go beyond this point because it is a high danger zone, and this big red kind of X, and danger. Would be unwise to have carried on. So instead I decided I'm not going to go back the miners' track, let's go back the PYG Track. Now I said it had been snowing, and it had been snowing completely at the top, and actually the PYG Track still had some snow, and I was just kind of hiked my way back along the PYG Track carefully at some point. Some bits were worse than others, and then eventually I made it back down. And I took some great pictures while I was there, but it sticks in my memory as a thing I never meant to do. Sometimes you pull up, you expect to do one thing, and you go off and have this amazing memory. It's funny, when I was heading down the PYG Track, which was definitely harder because the miners' track is quite a pleasant, easy route to walk. PYG Track is much harder, which is funny because even going downhill, it's hard on the knees, hard on the legs. And I passed a group of lads that were coming back up the other way, and it was getting late. It was late afternoon. They had no coats on. They had carrier bags with I don't know what in, food, drinks, and they were just heading up. So I don't know how far they got, where they went, but fair play to them. But I was heading back down. Now it took me about 3 hours to complete. I decided I was going to track the hike on Strava, and it was in total 10.35 kilometers. It took me 2 hours and 43 minutes to complete, but that's including stopping for photos as well. 1,500 calories burnt and 15,000 steps taken. You don't always have to go to the summit. Sometimes it's nice to just walk a path, see how far you get, do what works for you on that day. I took that one, I really enjoyed it.